Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's a strange one here. I know it's been years, what seems like years since I've updated the channel, but I've been busy from school and basically had like a laptop accident a couple months ago before Christmas. Essentially, uh, picture this: we I'm busily typing up a final project, and suddenly my I have a bottle of apple juice sitting here. Basically, pretend this is apple juice. Ended up ended up not paying attention, knocking it over, completely flooding my laptop, which is exactly the setup here. And I didn't fry anything except for apparently the keyboard itself, the onboard laptop keyboard, and the actual touchpad. That is really special, and it was like really I don't know how this actually happened, and I really don't wish this on my worst enemy because I ended up switching to freaking Windows and to a new laptop with Windows Vista on it, and I'm just like, er, nothing works on it. I have to update um, my device drivers. I have to do the whole unsigned device drivers thing. Whatever. It's frustrating. I'm trying to get everything back running. I don't have all of my software running again on my new laptop. But yeah, this is a new webcam. This is a new laptop. This is a new whatever. So yeah, on to the meat of this video. Basically, what does a girl gamer have in her ratty low daily use purse? Um, it's kind of funny because I usually don't carry um carry a purse, but I started because of school and it's easier to find like bus tokens, everything else in here than to actually look in your knapsack. So you may be wondering what do I have in here? I have this. This is a this is me dropping everything onto the floor. Pencil case. Not really a pencil case, just a lot of um, post-it notes, some guitar picks, just random things I carry apparently. And that's about it. That's in here. I really should not be carrying this half the time because it takes up too much room. Second item, wallet. Contains the usual cards, bank cards, ID, whatever. You'll laugh at this. My friend got me this from high school. It's a I think it was bought at something like Spencer's Gifts. If you know, don't know if you're a devious, foreign or whatever. Spencer's Gift is like a novelty gift store. They sell random stuff. Shot glasses, T-shirts. This actually says certifiably insane official license. My best friend got me this. I still have it from now because I keep it because it's kind of funny. Couple of old things. Um, a chapter's reward cards. I haven't been there in ages, but I got it because it was interesting. Business card for a used game place down in my hometown essentially. You might recognize this. Player's card. Player's advantage card from a casino. Frequent eater card essentially. Discount card for that. And online video game place. This oh no, this is specialty place. Kind of expensive, but they have specialty games. Um, Mostly retro games though. I go for them. I go to them for Super Nintendo, Super Famicom stuff. But you pay a premium for it anyway. Local library card, blood blood donor card, and a slightly used vanilla master vanilla unused Mastercard. So that takes care of the ridiculous credit cards and wallet stuff. Yeah, I'm one of those people who never clean up uh, the stuff that I'm carrying. I always get bitched at by my by my dad to actually like stop carrying so much stuff, essentially. So here you can see this is my usual video games and random stuff. I should do a cleaning with this because it's been such a long while that I haven't pulled out stuff from a while. But this is just basically my gaming on the go. As you know, I'm studying now, and I'm still studying, and basically all of my gaming is portable. Now it's hard to move into an actual residence and actually have like an actual gaming console. Kind of thing. It's doable, but it's a pain in the butt essentially. So right now I'm dividing up the stuff that I have right now, just because I want to show you stuff that's grouped logically. Um, right now I'm sorting it into 3DS pile. The DS pile, which I didn't buy too many games for that because I had a working R4 adapter. Um, so yeah, I could play flash cards and like I could play other games, but you know the 3DS hasn't been cracked yet, so this is very interesting. So I'm sorting out it into different piles: the 3DS stuff, the random DS stuff, the memory cards, random accessories, GBA stuff, and basically I still do have a flash card in here. Huh, interesting. And modified things. So let's start off with the smaller pile here. And get this done. The smaller pile is the DS, the normal DS stuff, like compatible with everything, whatever. I have a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver. You know this, you've seen my unboxing. I have it. Pokemon White. Pokemon Pearl, this was bought from a guy on eBay who does refurbished stuff, and he cleaned everything, replaced the the case with this used see-through stuff. Pokemon Pearl, actually. Everything on here is unlocked. Everything on here, it's it's all of the Pokemon that have been unlocked, and it looks like it's been hacked. The characters don't have random stats, whatever. It looks really bad if you look at it closely in the game. Animal Crossing. This is getting really old. By the way, it's like, I don't know if you can see that, but the contacts on the back are almost gone. I've actually lost one of my. I had a copy of Pokemon Diamond, and it stopped reading it. So, and for some reason, my actual save dongle can actually read this. So wondering what happened. Pokemon. You can read that. Pokemon Platinum. This has everything unlocked on it because I spent too many hours done doing that. Chrono Trigger. I have the manual. I have everything else. I just wanted this. I traded off another game site for this. It's actually not a bad game. It's actually one of the few games I can go, ooh, I can actually spend a lot of time playing. So that concludes the random DS stuff. And just gonna move stuff to one side. The 3DS stuff is the official 3DS stuff is kind of jumbled. I just bought this. I haven't been playing it very often. The Resident Evil Revelations, and this is the copy that actually had the misspelling on the spine, the ridiculous misspelling on the spine. Resident Evil Revelations was misspelled, and yeah, I have the full manual. I have everything else for this. I actually don't mind horror games, but this is really creepy. Don't play it in the middle of the night with nothing on it. On the same vein, I have RE Mercenaries 3D. This is the first game I bought for my used 3DS. It's actually not bad. It's very fast paced. It feels different from like a Resident Evil game. I can understand why they made this a actual full fledged game rather than the more story based Resident Evil Revelations. This makes more sense on the 3DS than that. But two different experiences because this is more fast paced. That's more of you're gonna shit your pants because it's terrifying. Because you have limited ammo, you have limited everything else. It's survival horror. There's a difference. I actually got this from a pawn shop, completely new, $20 Canadian. Everything it was new enough that the whole thing hasn't been even unsealed. It's a Canadian version, as you may know. It's you can there are options to play in French and in English, so that's interesting. I spent about 2 months playing this. I basically blindly played through this, and yeah, it's pretty good. I don't have any experience with the N64 version because I've missed out on like console gaming for various reasons, and this is amazing. Uh, excuse me. I haven't been back to it yet. I'm just about finished the Master Quest, the Master Quest, the first temple, not the first temple, the Great Deku Tree, and it's royally kicking my ass. Let's just say that. Tales of the Abyss. This is the next one. It's not a bad game. Just it's not my style because I like the story-driven aspects of it. I like the fact that your characters talk and interact with each other. But it just seems like maybe because I'm not too involved in RPGs, and this seems like it seems overwhelming. I did play Tales of Fantasia on the GBA, loved it, played it to completion. This is just, I think it's just because of the fighting style. For some reason, I found the Tales of Fantasia GBA version actually playable. I cannot fight in this. I've actually gotten installed on the first real boss, which was the general who uses the beast, the little creepy, the little girl archetype general with the Beastmasters, that's not nice. That's just, no. That was the cause of many frustrations, and I can't. And as you know, as a university student, I can't sit down and actually say, "Plunk, I'm playing this." I can't devote so much time to this. So I just went, you know what, this really needs to be resold and like done. But I have a feeling I might come back to this after I'm done with school. You know, this seems like a really good thing. So, Shinobi, one of the games that are hard and just ridiculous. I have a story relating to this. Back in the day, um, on the Game Gear, I actually beat Shinobi for that. You do remember that it was divided into 5 levels. You saved your different colored ninjas, and you can actually do different things. They had different magic, different skills that they're good at. And yeah, I actually beat that. I do not know how I did it, but this was back in high school, and I actually had this that much time to actually devote to video gaming. This is one of these games that I can pick up and go, ooh, this is actually useful. I'm actually working through the first Street Pass level with this, and yeah, it's hard because it's the whole one hit kill thing, and yeah, it's a really good remake. I really enjoyed the challenge, but again, you have to find the time to play something like this and actually enjoy it. Spirit Camera. This was a pre-order. I don't regret pre-ordering it because it's something very different. It was something what we were promised for the 3DS, essentially. Um, it it's basically you using the 3DS as a camera to catch ghosts in like camera. You can dispel ghosts with your camera. It also works. It also comes with this instruction booklet, and you are trying to solve the not instruction booklet, a cursed memoir. You can see that that's the title. That's the subtitle, and it's basically you solving the problem with it. So yeah, it's a very interesting game. It's rather short for what it is, but it's an actual great little title. It's what we were promised about the 3DS, being fully immersed in the game, being fully using the 3DS's other technologies instead of buttons and the touchscreen because we have the technology we had the technology in the DS, and yeah, this I rarely pre-order stuff, but apparently this sounds like a lie because I have two things that were pre-ordered on in this mix here. The Heroes of Ruin. This, as you may know, it's a multiplayer um, and dungeon experience. It's a hack and slasher dungeon experience. It's like Diablo if you suddenly suddenly created like this kind of thing. So yeah, basically this is what we're doing. It's like Diablo kind of thing. The skills are highly unbalanced. One of the classes is the gunslinger, and he gets a lot of passive upgrades and everything else. It's interesting. Unfortunately, they're not making the sequel that was hinted at in the ending. So this company did fail in that respect to actually try to get something done here. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a very short multiplayer experience. Short single player experience. I found the multiplayer is okay, and if you really want to level up your character to level 30, you had to actually because you can't replay any of the old quests. You can't replay any of the old stuff. Um, mostly my level 29 character is basically farming for stuff, and I'm just basically become a trader in the online stuff. It's okay. It's not what we're expecting, but okay. Star Fox 3DS, Star Fox 64 3DS. It's Star Fox on the 3DS. I love the Super Nintendo version. As you know, I missed the N64 generation of games. This is actually worthwhile. It's actually the first game that I played as a demo on the 3DS. Um, they were it was Comic Con, the 2012 one, I think. Not last, no, 2011, and I was actually at Comic Con. Saw that Nintendo actually had a booth there. They were actually allowing us to play through the actual first level of Star Fox 64 3DS. My experiences with that were just basically that the 3D hurts because I have bad depth perception, and that just made me go, ow, just kill me, just finish it now. So yeah, that is a great game, but mostly I've let the 3D effects turned off. It's fun. The last thing I've been playing most of this, it's um, Chronicles Samurai Warriors. It's a hack and slash thing. It's actually more involved than the Heroes of Ruin, because you can actually make weapons, change weapons, change characters, kind of thing. I liked the whole historical aspects of it. Really can't believe that I haven't played something like this before. It's actually pretty good. The historical Japan stuff. It's good. Don't call me an otaku because this is actually fascinating, and the full game has dialogue in Japanese. One problem I actually had with this was there was there is a problem with the game. It it tended to freeze when loading one of the new chapters. I think it was chapter 4 or 3, and I stopped playing for a long while and finally loaded through it. Finally gave me that. Otherwise, all in all, it's a decent title. So going through the second last thing we have here, second last game related thing, is the GBA titles. I don't have my DS Lite with me because it's kind of redundant to have your 3DS and your DS stuff, especially since I was using um, my DS Lite as a music thing with my R4 adapter. So this was I got the full version of Metroid Prime Hunters. When it first came out, this what is the Rumble Pack. You can see it's for the original DS. It still works. The battery still hasn't died, so surprisingly, it works pretty well. This is Pokemon Leaf Green, complete. I think I used Game Shark for this to actually open up Deoxys and everything else. So this is semi-legit Deoxys and other stuff. So this was actually quite fun. I think I restarted it a couple of years ago and never really got really far in it. Again, this was one of the games that I loved. I played like the first version. A friend of mine had the first version. Borrowed it, played it, enjoyed it. Actually, Boktai. Um, if you guys don't know about this game, it's just basically you can see the cartridge is bigger. There's like a secret in it. You're basically a vampire hunter who uses like the sun to purify vampires. And there's a low solar sensor on the back. That little black thing there is your solar sensor. You basically could stand outside and and charge your weapons, charge your final attacks with a boss. And yeah, it was fun. Only problem is most of us can't play in the sunlight, and you do remember the GBA was terrible for actually letting you see what you were doing because the thing had so much reflective glare in natural light. So this was pretty hard to play. I usually had a sun lamp over my GBA, and it was like, okay, this is getting a little funny. So on to the last things. These are the random accessories and like memory cards I have. This is Tri-Wing Screwdriver. If you ever had Nintendo products, you know Nintendo loves to use proprietary screws, and this is like it's literally what it says. It's free wings, and it's not a Phillips. It's not a thing, but it's perfectly suited for removing stuff out of, or like fixing stuff that hasn't been been damaged. This saved me a little bit because I had the DS Lite with terrible trigger buttons, and I basically took it apart, ended up recentering the springs because the buttons actually relied on the spring, and basically created like blue tacked the spring down in the plastic, and nothing bad ever happened with the stuff ever again. So this actually is useful. This is a stylus. It actually has a battery, or had a battery in here, that basically you can see the tip is clear. It lit up. It was like blue LED. It is a very old piece of thing, and I haven't actually gotten battery replaced. So yeah, you'll have to take my word on it. Great stylus, because you remember the first DS, and even the DS Lite didn't have the extendable stylus. Nintendo finally wised up and said, "Hey, we're gonna give you that extended stylus, and actually make more money off of it." So this is my way of getting around the original limitations of that. Memory SD card reader. This is for loading games onto adapters, and like to actually do that. And yeah, this is not the original one that came with the one I had, but it's a replacement. The R4 3DS. I think this is one of the cards that still work with it, because the updates were blocking flashcards. This is actually not bad. I bought this in Hong Kong this summer because because I had nothing better to do, and I didn't have access to a computer. So basically, I also got ripped off on the card, on the preloaded SD card, because I was just like, I'll buy that from you, whatever. It was an extra. It was like literally an extra $3, but it came preloaded with the most ridiculous software ever. Fossil Fighters, a couple other things, and it's like Ben 10. They would never play these things in like 5,000 years. It was like even the Imagine Baby stuff, which was which is shovelware, and it was like, why couldn't you have loaded something halfway decent on here? But apparently, the couple I bought it from, uh, actually doesn't know much about like good titles, but I think people always think the 3DS is for kids, quote unquote, which is weird. This is a relic from when I had a PSP. I had an original PSP before, so it had custom firmware. This is part of the Magic Memory Stick. If you guys know anything about custom firmware, this was something used in conjunction with another piece of hardware to create to load custom firmware on here. It's not bad. It's just not my thing. You can see the actual stick here. It's a 2 gig stick. Yeah, it's not bad. I kept it because it's something to use and it's something to actually be helpful with. I don't know if the magic memory stick is still needed or used. I don't know much about hacking the PSP, except for that. And yeah, that's what this is. The last and final thing is I have a, you may know from other videos, I actually have a flash card. I have two now because of the 3DS, or for 3DS. This was from the app card. I'm actually running like the official firmware off of it, and this is with my extra games. Actually, mostly GBA games, because I had a little GBA expansion, the Easy Flash expansion, which allowed you to play GBA games. This was perfect. This is exactly what I needed, and yeah. So, on to the non-fun stuff in my purse. Onto the non-fun stuff in my purse, and actually, yeah, it's still fun stuff. So you can see this is empty now. I have my 3DS. So guess what's in here? What's been capturing my attention for a long while. You can tell it's white. It's probably a 3DS game. It is Roller Coaster Tycoon. Got this during Christmas. It's not bad. I'd rather be using a mouse, but sometimes you need your Roller Coaster Tycoon fix on the go. You can see this is a black 3DS. Love the screen protector, because it covers up everything, not just the screen. This, and the final product, my Skull Candy headphones. Love these, got a good deal on eBay for these, and basically I just got really mad at myself because I lost one of the little silicone earbud things. Was in the cab, and it's like funk. It's like playing around with it, and then when I got out of it, I tried to put some of these in my ears and just realized that because playing with it, I probably loosened something. So that was really stupid. So yeah, this is a Strange One signing off, and just saying happy gaming. Ciao.